Constant companions, that was our baby.
Turning the pages of a photo album, Betty LeBlanc and her husband Adam are sharing memories of their only child.
Did she feel safe? She really was getting used to the environment.
In March of last year, Crystle Wise began working as an operator at the DuPont plant in Porte. 2 months before she died, Wise began telling her parents about strong odors inside her unit.
Yeah, she did have to leave a control room one time because she said it was just too bad.
Wise died in 2014. A massive leak of gases inside the pesticide unit killed her and 3 co-workers.
She may have made it down if that wouldn't have been. Ventilators would have been working.
A lot of the expected protections were not there.
Attorney Brent Coon represents the family in a civil lawsuit against DuPont. He says the lack of proper ventilation wasn't the only problem.
The people were working without required respiratory protection, and the people didn't even have emergency packs there on standby. In the event something did happen, they could very quickly grab the mask and get some protection.
A series of what Coon calls failures amounting to negligence. The attorney says he's seen the same thing before in the 2005 Texas City BP explosion that killed 15 workers.
Every single refinery and every single chemical plant that I've ever had any dealings with, in over 30 years, it's almost all of them, every single one of them have major safety gaps in their operation.
Coon feels strongly companies need to do a better job of maintaining their equipment.
What we've seen in the industry is that the normal 1 or 2 year turnaround now is sometimes never, or even if it's scheduled at 4 or 5 years instead of 1 or 2 years.
Generally, they work on making facilities safe.
Tom Montalbano is a retired petrochemical plant worker. He says concerns about equipment safety are one reason union members went on strike earlier this year at several plants.
The standards for design and for performance have changed, and so they no longer, some of this old equipment no longer meets it. That's why equipment gets grandfathered under the law.
Montalbano says the equipment meets legal standards, but Coon believes more should be done.
Unfortunately, in the petrochemical industry, there's very little oversight and there's very little regulation.
Coon believes companies aren't being pushed enough to answer tough questions.
OSHA, in recognition of that gap, they're underfunded. They don't have anybody that can go out and inspect these plants with any degree of scrutiny. So what we do instead is we allow the plants to self-regulate. It's called the VPP program.
A voluntary program allowing companies to report leaks and other incidents. Not enough, according to Coon.
And there's never any criminal accountability to management in these industries when they deliberately make decisions that put their workforce at risk and cause their workers to die. And they never go to jail for it, even in Texas City.
These things could have been avoided.
Betty LeBlanc hopes DuPont and other companies use what happened as an opportunity for change.
For the safety of all the other employees, in the future this won't happen again. Sometimes you have to learn through tragedies.